We'll have a moment of silent meditation and pledge to the flag. Thank you. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hereby call this meeting of the Monongalia County Commission to order. It is Wednesday, August 7th, 2024, at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let the record reflect that all three commissioners are present. First item on the agenda is consent and approval with our commission office manager sitting in for our administrator, Colleen Kuhn.
Good morning.
Morning.
We have 57 exoneration listings for $75,534.79. We have 3 create statements for $5,875.93. Minutes for July 31st, 2024. Vouchers, General County, $681,520.67. Coal severance, $3,000. Magistrate Court, $85.37. 911, $5,907.37. Chestnut Ridge Park, $9,353.14. Camp Muffley, $602.35. Mason-Dixon Park, $7,210.21. Mon County Center, $2,312.48. Recreation levy, $51.66. Assessor's valuation, $1,783. Day Report Center, $128,171.73. ARPA, $76,808.71. Purchasing card vouchers, General County, $1 million, that's not right. General County, $1,069,208.
Sorry, we'll have to verify that. Sorry, there's an extra. That is $10,692.08.
10,006.
So there's an extra couple zeros.
Couple zeros.
It's a mistake I'd like to have made on my paycheck.
Yeah.
Okay. Purchasing card vouchers, General County, $10,069.08. Home confinement, $6,574.27. Chestnut Ridge Park, $664.42. Mason-Dixon Park, $258.08. Mon County Center, $1,168.28. Recreation levy, $42.70. Assessor's valuation, $788.50. For a voucher total of $936,372.02. There are no budget revisions. Positions, vacancies for boards and authorities are listed on the county website, and fiduciary orders for August 7th, 2024.
Okay. Motion to approve the consent agenda items as presented.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
I'm sorry about that oversight. All right, do we have any additional fiduciary items?
No, sir.
Okay. Next item on the agenda is our introduction to new employees' personnel changes.
First up, we have for the Youth Services Center, they have hired Nevaeh Sutton Seals. She will be a part-time relief worker. Her rate of pay will be $14.40 an hour, and her start date is August 13th.
Move to approve the employee as presented.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And then Chrissy is here from CASA for Kids for her new employee.
Great. Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Commissioners. I'm Chrissy Cobb. I've seen you guys before. I'm the Executive Director of CASA for Kids, and we would like to hire Chrissy Kleiner as a part-time outreach engagement specialist with a starting rate of $16 an hour, with hopefully a starting date of today, with your approval.
Move to approve Ms. Kleiner for the position as presented.
I'll think about it. Second.
Okay, we have a first and second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye. Welcome.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do we have any other personnel?
No, sir.
Okay. Comments from the public. We're going to open up the comments from the public session of the meeting. Anybody wishing to be heard, raise their hand, come forward. Okay, seeing none, close comments from the public. Next item on the agenda is grants. Do we have any grants? None? Okay. Correspondence.
There are no correspondence listed on the agenda, but we did receive one on Monday from Judge Waltney, and it reads, "Dear Commissioners, I am overdue in writing this letter, but I wanted to take the time to advise you of the great work done by your employees in the Justice Center, which I have called my work home for the last year. The day after I was appointed to the bench, I met with various people in the Justice Center to discuss my new role as judge. As I was walking through the building to meet with the various offices, Chief Gary White asked for a moment to address some security issues with me and inquire as to my preference for a bailiff. As we spoke, Chief White started the conversation with a heartstopper. He advised me that any of his staff would take a bullet for me. I have to tell you, that stopped me in my tracks, as I had never thought about the possibility of that being an issue. However, as the excellent chief that he is, Chief White had. Chief White and I then had a very profitable discussion about security safety and what I could do to ease the stress on his people. As I respect Chief White and his staff, I have done what I am able to do from a legal and practical matter to take the necessary steps to ease their burden while I'm in the courtroom. Please note that I have great respect for our court security staff and wanted to let you know the same. Too often do we hear about negative experiences, and too infrequently do we hear when people have done excellent jobs. Please note that over the last year, I have had excellent experiences with all the court security and believe you should be advised accordingly. Likewise, you should know that DRC Director Kreger and his staff are doing an excellent job with day report. I do not see members of his staff as frequently as I do my probation officers, but with every interaction I have had with DRC employees, each employee has been professional and empathetic towards their clients. From time to time, I will walk down to DRC and talk with Director Kreger and to discuss questions I may have about general issues and to inquire of his thoughts. I value my talks with him and wish I had more time to discuss the issues he and his staff face. Notably, and more important for the purpose of this letter, every time I see his staff with their clients, I am always impressed by their demeanor. Much like my probation officers, our DRC workers are on the front lines of the rehabilitative portion of the modern criminal justice system. They often deal with hostile clients, have to deliver bad news, positive drug tests on a regular basis, and more frequently than we would like to admit, read of a client's final relapse. In short, please note how appreciative I am of their hard work and dedication, as I cannot say enough about the important work they do. For the rehabilitative arm of the criminal justice system to work, we must have men and women that care in these jobs. Thankfully, in Monongalia County, we do have people that care in these positions. Finally, I want to advise you of the wonderful job that employees in the facilities department have done. Whenever I see them, they always address me in a cheerful and professional manner. Often I am asked if there is anything anyone can do for me. They have each treated me with the utmost respect and made me feel at home. Please know that you have dedicated employees and that they truly are a pleasure to see around the Justice Center.
Thank you very much. I know that was kind of long, but I appreciate those words from Judge Gwaltney, and I echo his comments. We have great security staff, and especially our facilities department is very accommodating. So it's not a surprise to me. But any other correspondence?
None that I have.
Okay, Commissioner Arnett.
Just a few. I received a couple of phone calls and then a letter on the proposed zoning change over near the Tanglewood development near the stadium. This was a letter from Rose Marshall, who lives on Bates Road, just expressing her concern for the project. We will make sure that that gets passed along to the Planning Commission for their upcoming hearing. In addition, we received a letter that was to the commission, but it was addressed to Sheriff Palmer regarding a citizen request, so we'll pass that along to the sheriff as well.
Yeah, that has already been passed on to
Okay,
the
great.
prosecutor and the sheriff so that they can, it's an issue that doesn't involve the commission, so we forwarded it along. So, thank you.
That's all I had.
I have one from John Dower, who's our Region 4 representative from the West Virginia First Foundation. I think there's 2 points I just want to make out of his letter I think that the public would like to know. First, that before any funds are given out, you have to have a state expert panel. They have now chosen 7 people for that panel, so that's step 1. Step 2 now is creating an application process, grading rubrics, and list of needs. The board intends now to disperse the first set of funds before the end of the year. And the why I want the public to know that if there are any nonprofits that are planning to apply for this $1 billion worth of funding, that they probably want to start now working on their data and collection, because this is moving quickly, and hopefully by early fall, and probably in the next 2 months, they will have the application process in place.
Great.
Anything else? All right, next item on the agenda is unfinished business. We have none. New business. Consideration to approve an appointment to the Monongalia County Board of Health. For this, we had an opening with the resignation at the end of his term of George
Little.
Lily.
Sorry,
Lily.
Lily. Jeez, why is
Close
this
talk.
why-
Yeah, Little Lily.
Little.
Yeah, but it's gonna get real
George, Dr.
mad, yeah.
Lilly had served out his term, and he indicated that it was time to move on, and he wanted to allow somebody else to fill that position. So we had 4 applicants for that position over the past 2 weeks. The commission had interviewed all 4, and I believe we're unanimous in the decision. We discussed this loosely as far as where we stand. And do I have a recommendation for one of the candidates?
I would move to reappoint. I say reappoint, to appoint Tony DiCiacchio to the position. I say reappoint because she was a prior member, but she's off the council now, so this would be a new
Second.
appointment.
Okay, any discussion?
Just that we had 4 fantastic candidates. We couldn't have gone wrong with any of them.
Mhm.
It was really, really encouraging to have so much interest in such an important board. I hope that continues for the other boards we have openings on, but it was a hard decision, but in my opinion, Ms. DiCiacchio brings to the board a very diverse background that'll really help them going forward with the important decisions they have to make.
Correct. And yeah, we had 4 candidates. If they were the only candidate that was submitted, we would have appointed any of them, I believe,
Yes.
and not had an issue. Tony has served in the past. When her term expired last time, she had to step down because commission inadvertently had appointed Dr. Lilly, and they lived in the same area and the same political party, so that caused a conflict with statute. So when Tony stepped off, we had to appoint somebody from another magisterial district. So now that Dr. Lilly has retired, she reapplied, and again, we have 4 great candidates. Tony is a known entity. I've worked for her for 4 or 5 years as in my position as the representative to the Board of Health, and I'm happy that she's interested in continuing to serve, and look forward to working with her in the future. So we have a first and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Consideration to approve requisition number 8 for the Series 2021 B Harmony Growth Phase 1 Administrative Expense Fund.
This requisition is in the amount of $1,950 and is to be paid to Municap for their services provided.
Move to approve.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Consideration to approve requisition number 12 for the University Town Center Series 2023 A Property Tax District Administrative Expense Fund.
This one is in the amount of $11,340, and it is also to be paid to Municap.
Move to approve the requisition as presented.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Consideration to approve requisition number 90 for the University Town Center Excise Tax District Administrative Expense Fund.
This one is in the amount of $2,865, and it is for Municap and their services.
Move to approve the requisition as presented.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Consideration to approve the 2024 Affordable Housing Program Community Planning Certification Form as requested for Canyon Lake 2.
Move to approve.
Second.
As far as discussion, this is similar to, we received a number of these in the past couple months, but we have to sign off as these plans are being submitted in accordance with our comprehensive plan. So as the governing body that approved the comprehensive plan, we're signing off in that manner for this project. So we have a first and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Consideration to approve payment of the allowable commission of $15,000 triggered by the collection of 85% of the current year property taxes to be paid to Sheriff Perry Palmer per West Virginia Code, Chapter 11A 117.
Move to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? This is just per
Statutory.
statute. After the sheriff has collected 85% of the combined total of all taxes assessed on real and personal property, he or she shall, in addition to the salary and compensation now authorized by law, be allowed a commission of $15,000 annually. So again, this is in accordance with state statute. So we have a first and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Consideration of the authorizing the question to move the town of Granville's regular election day for the choice of mayor, recorder, and for the choice of the members of the common council to the county ballot occurring on the same day as the regularly scheduled statewide primary election, beginning with the election to be held in year 2026 to be placed on the 2024 general election ballot.
Move to approve.
Second.
Okay, any discussion?
This is great. This, having the independent elections is when the other is available through the county for free, essentially, is a staggering waste of resources. And I'm glad to see this option is available, and glad to see Granville is opting in to be part of the general elections.
Yeah, I did receive a phone call from Patty Lewis. She's down in Charleston for their municipal league, and wanted to make sure that Granville was in full support of this and was hoping that we would pass it. And that would make Granville, Westover, and Star City now, if all approved, on elections. And that would make the only city that isn't is Morgantown. And I hope this puts the pressure on them to decide to put it on the general election.
It greatly helps with voter turnout as well.
Enormously.
More people turn out for the general elections and the primaries than do independent, smaller elections in their communities, so.
So the effect of us approving this order would be to direct the clerk to put this item on the ballot for the 2024 election.
Great.
So we have first and second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Consideration to approve waiver of conflict of interest in regards to agreement with Taft, Stetness, and Hollister LLP to provide legal support to the broadband deployment project with Comcast.
Move to approve.
Second.
Okay, and to clarify, last week we did a engagement letter with Taft, Stetness, and Hollister LLP. That's a continuation of the services from the Ice Miller agreement. The key personnel in that agreement were Chris Miller and Lauren Stanger. They are moved to law firms, so we signed an agreement last week with Taft, Stetness, and Hollister LLP to be able to continue to retain their services. And as a result of that, there's some small work in Indiana that law firm does with Comcast. So to be completely transparent, they requested this waiver from the commission, and that's what we're approving here. So we have a first and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Any other new items? Okay. Reports from elected officials and/or department supervisors? Okay. Seeing none. Reports from county commissioners. Tom?
Yeah, first, I want to thank I see Alex is here, and every time I call Alex for when we find an encampment or a problem, he responds immediately. And we went out to an area off Scott Avenue, and we will be reviewing the concern that's out there. But I do want to thank you for responding. Second, the big news was Saturday we had the back-to-school bash. Over 1,000 students received backpacks and a hygiene bag worth about $300. I do have two comments that were made that I thought would be worth sharing. A first grader looking into his hygiene bag picked out the razor and said, "Look, Mom," grabbing the plastic razor, "I'm old enough now to shave." I thought that was a great comment. And the other was a middle school student who said, "I'm so excited for school now with these things." And then said, "Wait, I can't believe I just said that." So it was it was just to watch the kids know that they are prepared for school, and it's a great event. I appreciate, Jeff was out there, Mike Olivera, a lot of people volunteered, and I do want to do a shout out to Amanda Board, who takes 11 months. This project costs about $80,000. We have fundraisers, we have donations, and to order for all this stuff and make it available. And then Mon County Center and Rachel really stepped it up and helped us. So I just want to thank everyone in the community and look forward to doing it next year. Thank you.
Just to echo Tom's sentiments, it was truly amazing and a bit heartbreaking at the same time that there's so much need. But the people started lining up at 7 o'clock in the morning. Our traffic cop, Mr. Bloom over there, was trying to coordinate it. It's very chaotic, but everything that ran very smoothly. At the honor of having my daughter to volunteer all day along with a friend of hers, and they got to see a lot of the work that's done in this community for those that need it. And this wasn't just about everybody that couldn't afford these items. It was open to everyone, and the participation was a lot higher than the prior year even. So there's nothing shameful with taking the assistance when it's offered, and it was such a wonderful event, and so many wonderful vendors showed up and community members to help. I can't express enough how much we appreciate Commissioner Bloom's efforts in this regard, and with his pantry. It's truly a caring, giving thing to do, and he continues to express that all the time. So, thank you.
Since our last meeting, last Thursday, I conducted the HVAC pre-bid conference, we had all the potential offers come in, and we gave them an opportunity to answer any questions about our facilities' HVAC systems. And I had a call with legal regarding a real estate matter, and then a tag up with the broadband legal team. Friday, we had staff reports. This Tuesday, yesterday I met with a constituent, and then I had a tag up with our broadband consultant. Today, we had our Greene County call, as we do once a month, before first thing this morning. And today's just a regular day with no work sessions. Tomorrow I have MAP Executive Committee meeting. I believe our Red Team meeting has been canceled, and I have Development Authority. Starting Sunday, we'll be in training. I believe, Tom, are you in the auditor's training?
No.
Okay. Jeff?
I'll be out of town.
Okay.
So I'm not going out.
Sunday, I'll be attending West Virginia State. The training is required by the state auditor for county commissioners in Canaan, starting on Sunday, going through Tuesday. And that's all I have.
Move to adjourn.
Second.
We're adjourned.
Be gone.